In the early stages of producing our video, we created a survey to gain information from our target audience on what appealed to them, as this would help us to create a more successful music video. The first question was about location, and the audience's response was that they wanted a music video set at the beach. However, when producing our video, we decided against this as we felt it didn't fit the atmosphere or storyline of the song. From the survey, we also found that the audience preferred a male main character, which we agreed as with our storyline was about a sensitive topic, and we wanted to send a message to our audience that it was okay for men to feel emotional and to show that they are upset. With male suicide being a major issue in today's society, we believe having a video highlighting a male showing his emotions may be beneficial to our target audience. Do you think it's important for the artist to be relatable? Was our third question. To which they answered yes. We agreed with this answer and tried to make her relatable through natural settings and casual, simplistic clothing. When we asked what they enjoyed most about music videos, the main answer was a story, which is the main reason we decided to create a narrative-based music video. Carrying out the survey was useful as it allowed us to create ideas based on what we knew our target audience would like. Another piece of audience feedback we gained was of our audience comparing two videos within the same genre as ours, which was pop. We asked a couple of our target audience to watch Childish Gambino's video for Freaks and Geeks and Justin Bieber's video for Love Yourself. We then asked them questions about what they enjoyed, which gave us a further understanding of what to include in our music video. The video our audience preferred was Justin Bieber Love Yourself, as they felt it was more interesting compared to Freaks and Geeks. The video our audience preferred was Justin Bieber Love Yourself, as they felt it was more interesting compared to Freaks and Geeks. They said they liked the way the costumes weren't over the top and helped to create the identity of the character, and also that the video was simple so they were able to focus on the storyline and lyrics of the song rather than the aesthetics. They also liked how the music video suited the song's slow pace. When asked what they didn't like about either of the videos, most of the audience agreed that Childish Gambino's video was boring, and this was because it was taken all in one shot. They said it would have been better if there was a variety of shots to give a different point of view of the artist or of the location. To find out what was most important to them in a music video, we asked what they liked to see, and an answer that we incorporated into our music video was that there was a message and it was motivational. This was the main aim of our video. Based on the answers we received from the survey and the initial feedback, we began to develop our idea for our music video, and we all decided to have a strong female lead with other male main characters. We believe this allows all our target audience to be able to connect with the song. In the production stage of our music video, we created rough cuts, which allowed us to gain more feedback from our audience about what they liked and what we needed to improve. We first got feedback from Rough Cut 1. Although it was early stages of editing our video, we thought it would be useful to see what we needed to include or change. First, we asked what they liked, and the most common answer was the locations, as it made it more realistic and natural. Based on this response, we used simplistic locations throughout the rest of the video. A negative response that most of the audience had was that the storyline wasn't clear enough. We took this on board by editing our shots in a different order so that the audience could understand it better. Out of all the questions we asked about Rough Cut 1, I believe the most important was if the audience felt they could relate to the artist or characters, as this was a major factor in ensuring the success of our video. They felt they could relate to our artist or characters through the way they dressed. By collecting the audience's thoughts during the early stages, it meant we were able to change the areas that needed improving to create a more appealing video. The next rough cut we got feedback for was number 5. At this stage, we had gotten all of our shots and believed the music video was beginning to be more professional through the editing and that the storyline was becoming more clear. However, when we asked a sample of our peers, they disagreed and said they believed we needed more shots of the older characters as the narrative was inconsistent and confusing. To improve this, we went out and filmed more shots of the boys together and some of the boys alone to allow us to be able to represent the story more clearly. This taught us that we needed to get more of a variety of shots when filming to ensure we didn't waste time having to do it again at a later stage. Some of our peers gave positive feedback. This includes the lighting, as it made it look natural and therefore more realistic. After editing our video further, we again asked for our audience's opinion on our rough cut night. They believed we had made major improvements in making our video more professional. However, the storyline still wasn't as clear as it could be, as they were unsure whether the boy was actually alive or dead. This again meant we had to go back and refilm some scenes. Finally, we had finished our video and gained final feedback from our audience to get their opinion. Positive comments we received were that the narrative was now clear, as we included shots of the boy who had died, fading away in the final scenes. They believed this was a positive aspect of our video, as it tied the whole storyline together. They also believed that the video fit the genre of song we had chosen. This was a critical consideration following the feedback we received about the audience's review of Justin Bieber's video for Love Yourself, and meant it would make our video more successful. Another positive was the location of our shots. Based on our feedback from Rough Cut 1, we kept all the locations simple, such as in a park or plain wooded area. This meant that they could focus more on the lyrics and storyline, again similar to Justin Bieber's video. Some of our peers also commented that by having our artist in a snowy area made it seem magical, and therefore made the whole video come to life, as it fit the setting of Neverland. One of our audience also said they liked how the female artist was represented. In most pop songs, females are sexualized, but throughout ours, the female is seen as strong. This was a strong positive about our video, as it allowed our audience to look up to our artist as a strong role model. The lighting was also something that the audience said was used well throughout our video. They believed that the natural sunlight shots of our artist made the scenes a lot more naturalistic, and therefore the video was more realistic, meaning the audience were able to connect to it more personally. When we asked our audience about things that could be improved, the main response was that we needed more scenes explaining the storyline. Although they all understood it, they thought we should have made it clear throughout our video rather than just at the end. They also thought it would have made the video more interesting if we had more shots of the younger characters at various locations rather than at school. They believed the locations of the boys were too repetitive and therefore made them bored. As the video was aimed at teenagers aged 13 to 18, we asked them if the video appealed to them personally. And although many of them said no because they didn't listen to that type of music, they all agreed that they enjoyed the video and would watch it because of the message behind it and because they enjoyed narrative music videos. One comment was also that they would watch it due to the natural approach taken, which appealed to them and which has been absent in many recent pop videos. Finally, we asked if the video looked professional, as this was the main aim of making the video. The response from everyone was that they thought it was professional. This was because the shots were clear and in focus and that they weren't shaky. Overall, I believe that by gaining feedback from our peers and target audience, it allowed us to create a more successful music video, as it helped us to be able to make something that would appeal and be relatable for them, which they can enjoy even if they don't enjoy the type of music. Not only did we collect feedback from our music video, but also for our ancillary products. This again helped us to create products that would be suitable for marketing to our intended audience. From our drafts, a common comment was that we overloaded the poster and album cover with pink. To improve this, we tried to change the colour to blue to see if it wasn't as bold. However, we all agreed that pink suited our artist the best. This meant that to overcome the issue, we made the logo of our artist smaller, so it wasn't covering as much of the poster. Another negative response we got to our ancillary product was that the photos weren't used as suitably as they could be for the tone of the song. To make the products better, we used more serious photos, which meant when we got feedback from our final ancillary, the comments were that the photos were very professional. By having a more appealing digipag, it meant we had better marketing for our artist, which would again increase the success of our artist as they're more likely to buy the album.